Welcome everyone, and I'll be discussing integration by parts today. And it's a great method of doing integrals that allows us to do more complex integrals and integrals that have more than one function in them. So the basic formula for integration by parts is the integral of u dv is equal to then u times v minus the integral of v. So this is a very important thing. Now let me get to what this means, and I'll do this through an example. I think that's the best way to learn this. So if you have the integral of x cubed times the natural log of x, like that, right? And this is your integral. And now what you have choice of assigning a u, and you have to split this up into u and a dv. So you can split this up into two parts. So the u here could be x cubed, and the dv could be ln x dx. Or the u could be ln x, the natural log of x, and this could be x cubed dx. Or the u could be 1, and dv could be the rest. Like that. Or u could be over here now. If it's just this part, the whole first part, x cubed ln x, and dv is just equal to dx. So now when you have these four options like this, you want to pick the one that's simplest at the end to solve out with this formula. So let's try doing these individual ones. So let's say I pick this one. U is equal to x cubed, and dv is equal to ln x dx. So if u is equal to x cubed and dv is equal to ln x dx, we have to figure out the other things we need here, which is v and du. So we'll do that by finding du, of course, and finding v. And v in this case is a bit harder to find, but we do know that the integral of ln x is x ln x minus x. But keep in mind we have three more options to go back to, this, and this. But we can immediately eliminate these two because they're essentially the same thing, and taking the integral of this is no simple task, so this is not making our lives easier by any means, so that's out. And this is, if we could have solved this in this form, we could have solved it without even using the integration by parts method. So this one's out as well. So this leaves these two, and this one is a candidate right now, but let's see if the other one will make it simpler. So if we follow this one, u is equal to ln x, and dv is equal to x cubed dx, then du is equal to 1 over x dx, because that's the derivative of ln x, and v is just the integral of dv, and that's just 1/4 x to the fourth. So between these two, and keeping in mind you have to take the integral of v at the end and multiply that by du, which one seems simpler? So out of these two we have to choose now. And obviously the one on the right looks simpler because when you're multiplying, first of all, you only have like one thing to deal with, and here you have like two separate parts and you have another subtraction sign. Here you just have one product of a multiplication. So let's eliminate this and go with this one. I mean, we could actually, just for the example's sake, show what happens when you have this. You will have the u times v, because that's the formula, u v minus the integral of v du. So you'll have x cubed times x ln x minus x minus the integral of v times du. Oh, and this has a dx, don't forget that. 3x squared x. So this is already a very, very complicated integral, and if you were to multiply this out, you might have to do the integration by parts method again, and maybe you still can't solve it. So this is why this one is clearly not the right candidate. So let's try this again with this method. So now again we have to follow the same formula. This is what we're following. So because that is equal to this. So let's follow this again, and this time we use these values that we have found for ourselves. So u here is ln x, v is 1/4 x to the 4th minus the integral of x to the 4th times du, which is 1/x dx. So let's try it like that. So solving this out, or rather we have to simplify this now and combine these things. So 1/4, we have this here, minus the integral of, and we can take the constant multiple out, as we know from our rules of integration, x cubed dx, and we know very simply what the integral of x cubed is. It's just 1/4 x to the 4th. So our final answer will be, or rather this is not totally simplified yet, so this is close to our final answer. So this is 1/4 x to the 4th plus c is the integral of that, and now when you multiply the 1/4 into here, the first term is all that really matters, because the second term being c, 1/4 c is a constant, so 1/4 c is still known as a constant, so we can just leave it at c. So the final answer expanded out is 1/16, and this equals the integral of x cubed ln x. Alright, thanks for watching.